very, very warm there. We're going to look at the Panama defence, which we think is going to be quite busy today. They had 5 players booked in the first game. We know they're physical. Michael O'Neill called them workmanlike. But what's this defence like? Well, this is the picture you're going to see for an awful lot of the day. It'll be compact. They'll drop to the edge of their box. It's a 4 with a 5 in front, and then their striker Perez, so they won't really get out a lot of time. So England will dominate, but they'll have to move the ball quick. But they're really, really aggressive. They follow Harry Kane in, they follow Sterling, and they'll just keep shifting and shifting. And for England to break them down this way, they'll have to move the ball quick, 1 and 2 touch like they did the other night for the first 20 minutes against Tunisia. The minute they start to slow it down in the second half, they struggled. But like I said, this is the picture they're going to have, and it's tough even for the toughest teams, your Brazils, your Germanys, you know, Spain. At any level, your Barcelonas, they'll struggle to break this down. And the one thing you have to say about them, they're organised, you know, they're tough, they're aggressive, they will kick you. They're not your typical Central American team with touch, technique and movement, and they'll fight you all day long. So it could be a tough afternoon, but that's why I'm saying it might even be a set piece just to ease the pressure. And actually, Keith, they don't concede a huge amount of goals. They don't score a lot either, Panama, but long throw-ins is an area where you think back to England struggling against Iceland in the Euros. This is something that they like to do, and they've it down to a fine art. They'll have to be aware of it. Mikado's the main one. He's on the bench today, but they have to deal with that. Harry Maguire was speaking in the build-up to this game about they've spoken about it, they've worked on it tactically. It's something they're going to have to deal with. On the flip side, I think they'll be absolutely fine today. I mean, I really do. The one criticism you would have of their team will be that maybe the lack of creativity in midfield in terms of breaking the opposition down. They don't have that type of player. But what they do have, they have a lot of movement in front of that. And if you get in there time and time again in the right areas, like we seen with the Germans last night, in the end, I think they'll get the rewards. Eamon, Belgium got 3 against them. What do you expect from England today?
I don't know what to expect, really. I think, you know, the blitz they put on Tunisia early on worked. It got them a goal. I think they'll do that again. You're never far away from a train wreck with England, especially when they're playing Panama.
Even with this?
No, I hope they win and win well, because it's a very offensive-minded team. A lot of young players like Lingard, for example, Loftus-Cheek, Sterling. These are young guys. I think they should win. But they need that first goal very badly. And as Damien suggested, a set-piece might be once they get a goal start. But if it drags on 0-0 to half-time, the way they did against Belgium, then I can see England beginning to panic a bit. But I anticipate a win for England. Okay.
So you think a narrow win, Damien, for England?
No, I think they'll get the first goal. Like, I'm just saying a set-piece could ease that pressure, and the floodgates will open. 47 minutes, Belgium really struggled against them, got that goal, and then Panama were wide open. So, no, I expect an easy day for England. I'd be shocked if Panama give them any sort of threat.
The floodgates on the canal will open, you mean? Sorry. Keith, I'm going to go home now, sorry. Keith, your prediction? I'm going to go 3-0 England. Harry Kane, a couple of goals. I think they've got far too much for them. The only thing I would say, the conditions you've already mentioned won't suit England. I think they're going to blitz them, like we say, and take the game to them. Perez is the only outlet. He's 37 years of age. You've mentioned set pieces for England. I think if Panama are able to get any type of set piece in advanced areas, they could equally cause England problems. But I just don't see it today from a Panama point of view. I think they're poor. Eamon, how big a challenge are the conditions for England?
I think they're a big challenge for the tempo that English players like to play at, and that humidity is the worst aspect of that. So it will. Especially if they're struggling, it will be tough for England, because they need to play at a tempo to get Panama out of their comfort zone. These guys, if you play slow, as we saw in the second half against Tunisia the other night, England couldn't do anything until they up tempo. So it is a factor, but it shouldn't be decisive.